what a lovely place. Olive trees, very old, 1,000 years old olive trees, and typical Creta land. And what we got here, we got a CRF 300L. Dual purpose motorcycle. We don't have so many motorcycles in this category now in Europe. The most of the motorcycles now are adventure. Maybe in the other continents, not maybe, for sure in another continents there existing many dual purpose motorcycles, but here we don't have. We have just this and KLX. And what about this Honda dual purpose motorcycle? I like to say it, dual purpose. I like to say it. Okay, let's see this motorcycle in details. What we got in this motorcycle? First of all, I have to tell you that this is an extra. Also as an extra we got this one that is got also position for the top box. Also extra, it's this protection here for the frame by Akerbis, and also extra is this protection for the engine also by the Akerbis. But let's see what we got now as a standard. Of course we don't have a double stand, we have only a single stand, and we have a footrest that also got a rubber if you want to move in the street. The footrest for the second rider, let's forget it. And what I like more in this motorcycle is that we have a toolbox, like the 80s, like the 70s. We got a huge toolbox, so we have tool with us, nice and lovely. Okay, then I'm going up in this motorcycle. Do I feel comfortable? Of course I don't feel comfortable, but this is the purpose anyway. This is a dual sport motorcycle. It's a little bit hard, the saddle, you know, everything is so slim. Nice things, sport things, okay. My hands are okay, the angles are okay, I can close my legs inside, I can easily stand up in the bike, everything is in a correct position. I have, and this is what I like, a small LCD screen with many information. Okay. What we got? Swiffer and Fuel Blicker from the top, and what else we got from the left? We got a fuel counter, very important. We got the RPM counter, kilometer counter. We got the gear in the box. Now it's neutral, as you can see. We got a trip, total trip counter, daily counters that I can change it. We got also chronograph, and then we got information for the fuels and things like this. And the most important is a button that we got here outside of the clock and disconnect the ABS. So you can see now that the ABS is off. Okay, ready for the dirt. Nice. Of course, normally without this I am not protected at all from the wind and the rain, but the purpose in this category is not to be protected by the wind and the rain. So everything it's lovely. Now I will say something that it's very important. Georgia, please come to see what about the second rider. Take a look how big is the saddle for you. Now you will see that the motorcycle is going close to the ground. Take a look. Georgia.
Because of me. Kuchu kuchu.
Do you feel comfortable?
No!
But why? It's so nice.
My feet can't be there.
Okay. Do you want me to sit also in the saddle?
It's like I'm sitting in a, in a baby's bike. I'm going down now.
That's it.
Sorry.
It's a bike for a teenager. For a bike for a teenager and his girlfriend, it's okay. For me and Georgia,
It's not.
normal position of riding, good view back, no protect at all, and the sound is lovely. The gearbox, amazing. So let's move now with this enduro motorcycle and set some direction. That of course we do it very easy, is the category. And the brakes, okay, the performance needs something more, but it's okay. So what we got? This is a bike that is not so powerful, but is not so weak as the 250 cubics model. It's 286 cubics. It's a double overhead camshaft. It's got 4 valves in the one cylinder that's got, and it's a liquid cooled. And the radiator is only from the one side, from here. Okay, it's got 6 speed and it's 142 kilos weight. So it gives us 27 horses at 8,500 RPM and 26.6 Nm at 6,500 RPM. That this is very good because the Nm and the horses are too close. So that means that we can take much more horses from this motorcycle. Also, we got a tank that is taken inside 7.8 liters of gasoline. Is it enough, this engine, for this bike? Need little bit more, but it's not bad at all. It's got a nice sound, it's a gramical, it's a bike that makes you feel happy. Little bit more horse, maybe 2 or 3, and makes this bike perfect, little bit. But it's Euro 5, you know. So, c'est la vie! Okay, what we got here? A typical enduro style light. We got radiator of water from the one side, from the other we got the tank of water and the horn, and we have a nice fork for the category. We got Nissin brakes, front with 2 pistons and back with 1 piston. It's with ABS, good brakes for the dirt, not so powerful for the street, but it's okay, it's a light bike. And I have to tell you, and this is very important, that you can disconnect with a single button the ABS and play on the dirt. So I consider that what I see here and the braking of this motorcycle for the top speed and the power of this motorcycle are fine, and the rider feels comfortable and safe. And what about the dirt? This is a bike that can move on dirt easily. It's not an enduro bike, it's not so fast, it's not so powerful, but you can make your first step in enduro life, and this is good. So, nice! Quality. This bike has got something like 7,000 kilometers only. It's a 1.5 year old. It means that it's to end of the 22 and looks great. We don't have leaking nowhere. Everything is in perfect condition. I like the welds on the frame. I like a lot the back fork. The tank is made by metal. Also here we got a lock and the plastics are very good. Nice, but all those are okay. The point is, as always happened to the red color motorcycles and anything that is painted in a red color, we have lost a lot of the color. So it's close to be pink, the bike, and not red anymore. But as I say before, this happened to everything that is painted with a red color. Okay, so finally I believe that this motorcycle in any detail, even the smallest detail on it, is very nice made, and the people in Thailand make an excellent work. What about this motorcycle? It's a lovely motorcycle, it's a good looking motorcycle. It's a light one, very good for beginners in the dirt, very good for teenagers, very good for people who like to live the dream of the 90s, you know, with dual purpose motorcycles and etc., with the first CRF and things like this. It's an excellent made motorcycle, really excellent made motorcycle, with every detail, it's nicely. The engine is not the best possible, it's a bit of weak. The brakes are okay for the dirt, it's okay for the street. And it's cornering nice, moving nicely inside the city traffic. And I am very positive. It's a motorcycle that makes you feel better. As you understand, it's a bike that it's too small for me, too weak for me, and etc. But makes me, even me, feel better. Gives you nice feeling, a nice feeling. Gives you a bit, a bite of teenage. Something
you know
like that.
What is this?
What is this?
It makes you happy.
Makes me happy, yes. Georgia, what is your opinion?
It also makes me happy because it's light. Because it's like the wind.
Like
because,
a wind.
Yes, it's a sport, but a sport style. And
for sure, it's sport.
Yes. And also, I don't feel afraid because I can put my legs down. It's okay, it's not too tall. I really like it.
You like it?
Yes, I like it.
So, philosophy.
Philosophy.
Δεν είναι η μοτοσικλέτα. Είναι το κόκκινο χρώμα που διεισδύει στη δυσυπόστατη μορφή ενός ανθρώπινου κύβδηλου ομοιώματος, το οποίο δεν έγκυται στην κατάσταση της προσομοίωσης της ανθρωπομορφικής και διεισδυμένης ανεπαρκούς φιλοσόφιξης των ανθρωπίνων καταστάσεων. Ως εκ τούτου διέπεται από το ψεύδος. Ενώ το μηχανάκι είναι αληθινό.
Φιλοσοφία.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Georgia and Ioannis for Κόκκινα Φεγγάρια Motorcycle Rock Show. Thanks for watching us.
Thanks.
Real life reviews. Τελικά για τζατζίκι, τελικά να πω εγώ καμιά φορά πως φτιάχνεται.
Θα κάνεις και μαγειρική.
Μα αυτό το σκέφτομαι ή να το κάνω σε άλλη σεζόν.
Oh.